Anytime I go to a coin show, before I stop at any dealer, I like to go up and down all of the aisles of the coin show to try and find who's got all of the foreign coins, who's got foreign coin bins, but I'll stop if I find someone that looks like they have a really good deal. And on this particular coin show where I picked up these coins, I found someone with a really good deal. Normally I'm looking for 5 for $1 coins, but this particular dealer had 12 for $1 coins. And so when you look at the pile that we have in front of us, there's 24 coins here. I paid $2 for this. However, as soon as I spotted the table that had this pile, there was an older gentleman who was sitting down at the table and was about to go through these. And it's like, well, he got there first. I'm going to let him go through it. I'll come back later. And it took me nearly an hour later. He was still there. I think the guy just liked to chat. And I don't know exactly how many he pulled out before I had a chance to go through there. But there's nothing too overwhelming spectacular out of this lot. But it still is, for the price, I think there's some pretty good things that we can find in something like this. So let's jump right on in. We're going to start with a coin from Brazil. 50 centavos from 1957. CAM 569 is the catalog number. And this side shows the country shield or logo that appeared on all of their coins about this time. This coin was made out of aluminum from 1957 to 1961, but in 1956 it was a larger version, almost the same details, except then it was made out of aluminum bronze. Next we have a coin from Greece. This coin features Democritus, who I believe is the founder of the concept of a democracy. So if you like democracy, then it was his idea, or at least he gets credit for it. This is a 10 drachma coin from 1976. In 1982, the coin changed slightly. They changed the name of their currency from drachma to drachmas. And I was wondering why that was. Well, several years ago, someone from Greece left a comment for me saying they did that because it was, if I understand correctly, drachma was more formal and drachmas was more colloquial, the way that the people spoke, and so they updated their currency to reflect that. So there are going to be two different versions of this coin. But this one is the first one that says drachma, and it's KM 119. Need to dig to find the coin from Portugal. Is this it? Yeah, here we go. So from Portugal, this is a 2.5 escudos, and so they draw their currency where they put the 2 and then the dollar symbol and then the 50 after that to say 2.5 or 2.50. And this is a design that they used for a while. Of course, we've got a ship on this side from 1973. At one time, this coin was silver, but it did have a lot of changes to it between the silver and the copper nickel version. This one is KM 590. They made this from 1963 to 1985. Next, we have a coin from Thailand. This was a 1 year, I guess you'd call it a circulating commemorative coin. This is a 1 baht coin. Looks kind of like a dragon. This is actually a royal ceremonial boat that is designed to, I guess, sort of look like a dragon or a sea monster with the head there and the long neck on it. But I guess now that I'm looking at it, you've got, I guess that's several oars that are down the side on here. Then we've got a portrait of Brahma the Ninth. This one on their calendar is going to say year 2520 on the Gregorian calendar. That's 1977. This is catalog KM 110. My next coin from Thailand is this one right here. And in 1996, they made a series of coins for all of their different denominations honoring the 50th year of the reign of Rama IX. And so, if I remember, I counted in the past, there were something like 9 or 10 or 11 different circulating coins they made this year, all with this design of Rama IX looking straight ahead, and then the words talking about his commemorating the 50th year, and the words around the edge on here. This one is the 5 baht coin, and I actually didn't have this one because they have so many, I probably forget which ones I do and don't have, so I'm glad that I picked it up. Their calendar year is going to be 2539, and catalog number is KM320, and all of them have pretty much the same heads and tails designed to them. They're just different sizes, and if you can read the value of the currency, I believe this is a 5 on their currency right there. So they all look about the same, but they have different currencies to them. And then some of the larger denominations, like the 10 is bimetallic, and they might even have a silver 50 or something like that. So definitely glad to pick that one up since I didn't have it. One more coin from Thailand we're going to look for. I believe it's this one right here. So again, we've got the portrait of Rama IX right here. This one actually has the number 1, like I'm able to read it. This one features the it's called the Temple of the Emerald Buddha. This is from the year 1984. Their calendar says 2527. Catalog number is KM159.1. There are 2 varieties here. This is the more common variety, where the hairline touches the edge of the uniform that he's wearing. You can kind of see where the uniform comes up to a point and touches the hair. So there's a second rarer version of this coin where the edge of the uniform comes a little bit lower and the hair is a little bit higher on there. So there's kind of more of a gap between the two. And it's a pretty obvious difference if you could see them side by side. I don't have that version. I just have this more common version. Something else that I found that I didn't realize I had seen before on any of the Thailand coins, and maybe this is more common than I realized, it's going to be the symbol down here at the very bottom. It almost looks like a face if you don't know what that is. And if you can get it focused, I think I focused on it right here. That's not a face. It's actually, let me see if I can hold it steady for the camera. So it's the symbol at the very bottom right there. And I realized it's actually a bird. It's a bird of paradise. You can see kind of the neck and the beak looking towards the right, and then large wings on the side. So this is a bird of paradise, and I didn't know that the bird of paradise was associated with Thailand. I think of, let's say, Papua New Guinea that has the bird of paradise on their coins. But there's also some symbols on here as well. So the date is, the last 2 digits of the date, 27, is stamped on this coin. So I think there's 3 or 4 different years that this coin was made. And so you really have to look really close, and maybe I can see it on here. I think that was the 27 on here. So I thought that was a neat feature that I had never before noticed on coins from Thailand. Let's find the coin from Zimbabwe. This is going to be a 1-cent coin from 1997. A lot of the Zimbabwe circulating coins have this, kind of looks like a bird on it, on the front. This is catalog number KM1A. It was originally made out of bronze, but by this point it was bronze-plated steel. So the first coin in their catalog. Now we will move to Indonesia. We've got a brass-clad steel coin here, the 10 rupiah from 1974. This one is KM38, and it honors the National Savings Program. Next, we're going to move to Honduras. A lot of coins from Honduras look pretty similar to this one. It is a 2 centavos coin, so this is a denomination that they didn't make as many of these compared to the 1, 5, 10, 20, 50s. And in 1974, it was the only year that they made it out of bronze-clad steel, and as it turns out, I didn't have it. So it's KM78A. Now let's move to Norway, featuring the monarch Olav V. And during his reign, a lot of the coins featured animals, so the 5 ore, seen here in 1972, features a moose. This one is catalog KM 405. But we've got another 5 ore from Norway. We'll show this one here. This one's going to be older. Unfortunate, a little bit of corrosion over the letter R there at the bottom. But this one is the same size as the last one. Has the monogram of, I think his name was Hakon the 7th from 1954. This one's catalog KM 400. And is pretty easy to find in well-worn condition. If you had this one in mint state 60, uncirculated condition, it would be worth $15 according to the catalog. That's how rare it is to find it in that good of a condition. Picked up 2 of these because you don't see them very often. It's from the Congo Democratic Republic. Predates before it was Zaire, which became Zaire in 1971. But these coins, the 1-year coin made out of aluminum from 1967. The one on the left is really nice, but it has some goo on the back that was glued into something, and then I dropped it too. But then we've got a wildcat of some sort on this side. That one's catalog KM7. Does anyone know how to get the goo of something like that, or the glue off of it, without doing something that would be considered cleaning it? I don't know if it's worth my time, since I only paid, 10 cents for this coin, if I should worry you with it. But that's not really a coin that you find all that often, so I'd like to have that look a little bit better. I ended up getting another one that was same condition, was glued in somewhere. This one's from the Vatican City. It's a 5 lira coin. And I've actually found several of these over the years. So, of course, Vatican Coins puts the current Pope on their coins. At the time, it was Pius XII. And then, so the year is going to be shown. I thought it was shown under here on the bottom, but I guess, well, here's the date. But it's 1950 something. It's covered up. So you can also tell the date because it has in Roman numerals the year of his reign as Pope, and that's year 13 in Roman numerals. So that translates to 1951 on this 5 lira aluminum coin. Catalog KM51. We're going to move to Sweden. Not a particularly rare coin like a lot of these, but this one is a 50 ore. And it has a letter D, which is the Mintmaster initial on here. So on other years, I think that changes to the letter U for this coin. Dated 1990, and the monarch monogram here of, I think it's Carl Gustav the 16th. Catalog Cam 855. Now we're going to look at some coins from Chile. Featuring Bernardo O'Higgins, an aluminum coin from 1957. This is a 1 peso. Santiago mint mark right here. S with a small O on top of it. And so several of their coins about this time, especially ones that were smaller denominations than this, had kind of a similar, let's say, I guess you'd call that cloth drapes that goes around the denomination in the middle. And this one's from 1957, so it's catalog KM 179A. And the A is because it was made out of aluminum from 1954 to 1958. Before that, it was copper nickel, or no, just copper from 1942 to 54. But then, at the same time that one had come out, we had the 10 pesos, which was also called a 1 condor. This one is also from the same year, 1957, still made out of aluminum, and it actually has the Chilean condor on here, so I always think that's a beautiful coin every time I can pick this one up. So again, it's got the Santiago mint mark at the very top. Very soon after this, in 1960, they went through a currency reform, and this coin essentially became the 1 centesimo. So it was the same size, had the same condor on the back, but this side would say un centesimo on it with the year of 1960. And at the time, they changed to the escudo as their currency. So the Santiago mint mark changed to an E with a tiny little O on top of it, and then the mint mark was relocated at the very bottom. That's what the 1 centavo looked like. And I'm telling you that because I picked up a 2 centesimo, which is not the same design as that last one, but there we've got the escudo logo at the top and then the Santiago mint mark below the date of 1964 for this coin, which is aluminum bronze. So that monetary reform. So we'll flip this one over, and we still have the condor on it. So that last aluminum coin was catalog KM 181. This one's catalog KM 193. I'm going to move to a coin from Jordan. This is a 50 fils coin from 1949. Pretty well worn, but I guess it's okay for a coin as old as 1949. 50 fils would be the same as half of a dirham. On this side, it has both our Gregorian calendar year of 1949 down here. At the top, it has the Arabic calendar date of 1368. And then value of 50. That's the 5, that's the 0. This one's a catalog number CAM 6. We'll move on to a coin from Trinidad and Tobago, where their 1 cent coin features a hummingbird. Pretty good shape, so I'd pick this one up. Still had some mint luster. Of course, it is fairly new. It's 2012. This coin has been produced for a while. It was made by the Franklin Mint from 1976 to 1981, but ever since then it's been made by the UK Royal Mint. This one is catalog KM 29. We'll move to Macau in 2005. And one thing I've never noticed about coins from Macau is at least the modern ones, have this bat at the very top with its wings spread apart. And so in their culture, the bat represents the harbingers of blessings. Oh, that's just a detail that I'd never noticed before. This is going to be a 10 avos coin. And this on this side we have a lion headdress, which would be part of a ceremonial costume. That one's going to be KM70. And in foreign exchange value, that coin is still legal tender, and in United States money, that would be worth 1.2 cents. We're going to finish up today with, I got 3 coins that were identical here. So the one that I left behind is the most well-worn one, but I think the one on the right is the best. So these are from Nepal. They're all KM 802. And looking at the date on here, that looks like 203T. So that T symbol is how they draw their 8. So their calendar is 2038, which translates to 1981 on the Gregorian calendar. So I also had them from 2036 and 2034. So both of the others were from the 1970s. So Nepal is where we're going to find Mount Everest, so that appears on a lot of their coins. But with these coins from Nepal, you do have to I like to go to Numista, and where someone will have typed out the dates. You can actually cross-reference it, because there are older versions of this coin where there was a different ruler of Nepal at the time, where it's actually a different catalog number, and so the letters, the words that go around the edge here are different, listing off who the current Bikram will be. And so, yeah, I have to look it up. All 3 of these were the same catalog number, but yeah, it's always good to check on something like that. So, pretty decent lot, fun lot. Fun to come and make a video like this. It only cost me a couple of dollars, and I got a couple new coins from my collection out of the process. All right, I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.